Yo, what's good guys? Welcome back. For those of you joining for the first time, I'm making a samurai game that's kind of like a combination of Hotline Miami, Samurai Champloo, and Cowboy Bebop. Let's take a look at what's new this week. I wasn't a fan of having all the score text pop up over the combat, so it now shows up on the right side of the screen in a list under the combo counter, which I think looks very nice and no longer distracts from the gameplay. Next, I was still having problems with readability. Sometimes things happen so fast in combat it can be really easy to lose track of targets. So I believe I've finally solved this problem with two things. First, I've added a black outline and some brightness to enemies that are in your targeted room, and second, I've made it so that the outline flashes to blue for a moment whenever you clash with an enemy. These changes have made a huge difference for readability. I never lose sight of enemies anymore, and I think it blends well with the art style. I made some adjustments to the player's combat animations. I had an old idle animation with a cool sword stance laying around that I never used, and I thought it looked kind of weird how your character is just standing straight after slashing through a guy, so I thought it'd be cool to make use of this animation instead, and it is indeed a lot cooler. I also made it so that you start and restart every level in this stance, which always makes for a very cool entry into the level. I wanted to keep obstructions to the player's movement to a minimum, so I'm letting you run across all sorts of objects like tables and whatnot, and to add a feeling of elevation to that, I made it so that characters as well as the camera will now react to being on top of something. We've got a whole bunch of new sound effects, like for the dialogue and backpack UI, a sword miss sound when you dodge an attack, although I'm gonna have to mix that in better because it gets covered up by the dashing sound right now, a sound for the stun bomb item, and a dog bark for Spike. And while we're at Jones's Bar, I can now also show you the improved walking animation we have for the player. We added a transitional frame between walking and idling to make it smoother. In the traveling narrative scene, we added some variety and improvement in the trees and plant life and whatnot. I just slapped things in there quickly to test it out, but it's already feeling much more alive. And finally, if you haven't checked it out already, I have produced the second track for the game's soundtrack. It's an absolute banger. The link is in the description below. I produced this song actually for the upcoming trailer, but it will be in one of the gameplay levels as well. Now I've got a few more things to show you, but I haven't actually implemented any of these into the game yet because I am way too busy working on the trailer right now. First, we've got a design for our third enemy type, the Archer. Looks sick. Second, we've got some designs for a pause menu as well as a reward selection screen because you'll be choosing between upgrades and items as you progress through the game. And lastly, we have a few new animations for Genyu where he takes off his backpack and takes a seat. These animations will of course be used in Jones's Bar. With all that done, I am now ready to produce the first official trailer for the game, so I'm hard at work on that. So the next time I post, it's going to be the trailer, which is going to coincide with the publishing of the Steam store page. So as soon as you see that up, you can go ahead and wishlist the game, tell your friends about it, help me out, you know. I'll be posting it everywhere. I'm currently having technical difficulties with my computer, so I've had to do all my work on my laptop. So my apologies if any of the quality is lower because of that. In any case, I'm going to be hard at work getting that trailer done and everything else that's needed for the Steam store page, and my goal is to have that all released by October the 20th, which just so happens to be my birthday. I think that would be a very nice gift to myself. One last thing before I go, I would like to include a voice line from Jones in the trailer, so I'm gonna have to start looking for a voice actor for him, so if you happen to be a voice actor, or if you know somebody else that you think would be a good fit for the role, please feel free to reach out. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm gonna try to get to bed now because I pulled an all-nighter last night watching Love is Blind UK because I'm an absolutely fucking demented person. I didn't even really watch it. I actually just fast-forwarded through it and stopped at every scene where it was a couple that I thought was going to be a total shit show so that I could laugh at them. Because, I don't know, there's something wrong with me, I guess. Anyway, please comment, like, and subscribe if you like what you see, and I'll see you here again real soon. Peace.